What is it like to study history and political science in the same course? 20 Renaissance scholars take this paired course every spring semester. The class is taught by history professor Kelly Rudin.
The Vietnamese may have had nothing, but they had nowhere else to go.
And assistant professor of political science Jennifer Heidel.
They can't get through because the views from the UK, US, France are so diametrically opposed.
The two professors paired up and designed a course that allows history to be taught through a political science lens.
We decided to take concepts and specific events in history and use them to illustrate themes in international relations.
So you learn the basic political science concepts and then can challenge or support the concepts based on the historical information that you gather in the course.
Some of the topics and concepts studied in this course are imperialism, World War I, World War II, sovereignty, human rights, United Nations Security Council. This dyad is heavy in reading and writing. The professors want the students to get used to the type of readings that they will be doing when they transfer to a four-year institution. For the history part, there is a textbook and extra reading materials. For the political science part,
you were reading scholarly books, scholarly articles that political scientists who are practicing the field would be reading on a regular basis.
Professor Rudin reminds us that history is based on actions of individuals. So when she prepares her assignments, she wants the students to get a feel for the motivations that go into history and the complexity of interpreting history.
There are assignments that you're either reading an outside primary source, or you're reading another historian's take on an issue you've read in the textbook, or you're reading somebody from an entirely different discipline, or you are looking at something and putting yourself in the place, like watching a video and putting yourself in the place of somebody, and then writing some sort of either factual analysis or some sort of reaction, trying to put yourself in that person's place.
Both professors believe in the value of writing. This is reflected throughout the course and especially during the exams. When asked about what kind of tests students should expect, Professor Rudin quickly replied,
all essays and short answers.
Professor Heidel gives us an example of a midterm test.
For the midterm this semester we looked at specific quotations because it's important to be able to take a concept that someone's written into a quotation and explain what the history surrounding the quotation was, and for political science, what the political science concepts were.
If you are thinking that you will just read and write in this course, you're mistaken. There are plenty of games and simulations spread throughout the semester.
I purposely wrote in a lot of simulations, a lot of games, where the students would be put in a situation, usually that they didn't know why they were being put in that situation. But putting you in a situation where your reactions are the same human reactions that people have had when they've been imperialized or when they're trying to gain their independence. But if you put yourself in somebody else's place, and then you can better understand where they're coming from, not only helps us understand history, but it sure makes us much more of an integrated part of the human community.
Professor Heidel and Professor Rudin see their paired course as an intellectual challenge which benefits both of them.
It's an intellectual challenge, stimulating intellectual challenge to actually coordinate what concepts are going to be most important to cover, what events should we highlight, what events can we leave by the wayside.
The quality of the intellectual engagement just between us and just brought the whole level of what I was teaching to a different level. It was also like taking a whole different college course, because I had to read the material too, and I had to try to understand it. And then when the class would be discussing these concepts, I'd be constantly going through, oh, this is how it relates, this is how it relates. And we knew that was going to happen.
This honors course is only offered for the students who are accepted into the Renaissance Scholars Honors Program.